Hey friends, my name is Steve Guttenberg. I'm here with Bob Vicentainer at his store in New York City. His store is Rhapsody Audio. I will link to it below. And he just got in these Italian speakers. They're Diesis? Diesis.
Yes.
They're made in Italy, near Rome. And so tell me a little bit about them. And
Cool.
So they're all horns, right?
Exactly. And
The little one first.
we have three different models here and a picture of the fourth.
Okay.
They actually have 5 speakers in the line.
Uh-huh.
And this is the smallest. It's called the Ludos,
Okay.
Ludos. It has 2 10-inch woofers. Actually a woofer and a mid-range. The frequency cutoff is around 2,000 hertz that goes up to the horn. So you have mid-range and tweeter coming out of this horn.
Okay. All right.
And that's the Ludos. There's 5 different finishes available. This is one of the 5.
Now they're all open back.
They're open baffle,
Since
yes.
it's dark behind, I'm not going to be able to show very much. You guys are just going to have to
They're
trust
basically
me.
high efficiency open baffle.
Uh-huh. Okay, now this middle one, which
Yeah,
is
the middle one.
the biggest on this wall.
Yes,
yeah?
this is called the Roma.
Uh-huh.
And Roma has 2 15-inch drivers. And the cutoff frequency going to the horn for the mid-range and the tweeter is around 1,800 hertz.
Okay.
Okay, and then you have a super tweeter.
Right.
And that's for air above 20,000 hertz.
Okay.
Way up there. Which
So the horn goes from like 2,000 to 20,000.
exactly, on
That's
up.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're all like that, and where they cut off around 1,800 to 2,000.
Uh-huh.
And then this model is called the Aura, A-U-R-A,
Uh-huh.
and same type of thing, except it has a 12-inch woofer on the bottom, and then it goes up to a 10-inch, and again around 2,000 hertz cutoff to the horn that delivers everything up without a super tweeter. And all 3 models open baffle, and and the efficiency is important too, where the Aura and the Ludos are 93 dB efficient. The Roma is 98.5 dB efficient.
So you have a history with horns, right? I mean, you were into
I did avant-garde.
right?
I sold avant-garde for almost 15 years.
Wow.
And,
In New York City?
and lived with avant-garde trios and 4 bass horns for
Whoa.
10 years, which I really loved. And this is the first time since then that I've had that same type of sound, but probably in a more aesthetically pleasing, type of
And certainly
speaker.
they're big, but they're more apartment friendly.
Steve, let me show you one more over here on the
Okay.
picture on the wall, because this is the Roma Triode.
Let me get over there.
You get
without
over here?
tripping.
This is the Roma Triode, which is the same as the Roma that we have here, except this speaker was designed and manufactured around the Kondo Ongaku. This system actually is all Kondo with a Kondo Ginga turntable, a GE10 Kondo phono stage with a G1000 preamplifier into a Kondo Ongaku right up here, 27 watt stereo amplifier, 211 tubes, and then it drives the Roma Triode. Every piece of cabling from the IOM cartridge, where it's wound with silver wires around the cartridge in the coils, all the way through the system, through every component, and all the way into the speaker to the driver is all the exact same Kondo aged cable.
Yikes.
So it's pretty special. And that one is...
You took this picture. This is a system you installed?
Yes. Yeah, this is our demo system. It's out on Long Island.
Oh, okay.
So we use this, but it's the same exact size as the black Roma that we looked here, except it's condoized and all the wood is ebony. In real life, it's gorgeous.
Whew.
Yep.
Wow. All right, let's get back without tripping. That'd be good.
Okay.
So then we got some electronics here. Well, let's start with the Studer, right? It's
That's a Studer A812 and plays 15
You're
inch.
in the shadow, though. So
Exactly,
move a little bit so there's more light on it. Are you casting the shadow over there? Or I?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
me.
it's you.
Okay.
Right.
And so it's a Studer A12 and plays 15 IPS, 7.5 or 15 IPS, and it has a King Cello tape preamp output that then we feed into our preamps. And speaking of preamps, then we have the Diesis. That's a JP80 preamp with a separate power supply on the top shelf. And then that plays down into JA200.
Okay, these are monos.
Yeah, Diesis amplifiers.
channel,
There's
there's
4 chassis
right
altogether.
Right.
They are separate power supply and then KT150 tubes, about 180 watts. And you can also run them, which I do a lot of times for these very efficient speakers, in the standby mode, which is about 50 watts.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that's all you really need to drive the speakers.
And the center part?
The centerpiece is a Diesis I-88, which is a 90 watt in its regular mode, KT150 tube, same as the JA200, as well as you can run it in a 30 watt mode too. And the big thing about running it in the smaller mode is it's less heat. And so sounds really good still, as long as you have efficient enough speakers. Okay, wow. And then we also have AVM electronics. Right. This is an AVM amplifier, AB, about 300 watts per channel. And there's a preamplifier, an AVM preamplifier that has a tube output. So on this system, we're running a tube output preamplifier into the AB, Class AB, and Class A up to a certain wattage amplifier.
And last but not least, the turntable.
The turntable. We have a Tech DOS Air Force One Premium with a Graham tone arm and the Coral Stone cartridge, Quetzal Coral Stone. And it has a separate vacuum system to pull the record down. It also has air bearing and air suspension. Wow. And that's what the boxes are. One is a vacuum pump and the other box is the air supply.
Wow. That's quite a trip.
Cool.
And you know what, folks? There's a lot more, but we're not going to do it in this video. So Bob's an amazing guy. He's got a real history in the audio biz and real passion. Passion for horns, obviously.
Yeah. High efficiency, love horns and high efficiency.
Right. Oh, by the way, those Wilsons that are in the background, those are trade-in, right?
Yeah, we took those in on trade. They're beautiful speakers.
Right. What did they move up from a Wilson? What is it?
They actually went to a Goldman system.
Oh,
and as a matter of fact, if you just pan right over here, you can see the Goldman system that they went to.
Oh, cool.
The Wilsons were in that room, and now the Goldman system is in that room.
Huh. Interesting. Well, you know the rich and famous.
Yeah.
Or infamous. Anyway, thanks, Bob.
Yep.
So anyway, my name's Steve Guttenberg. I am at